What if I told you a simple bunk bed almost destroyed an entire family? This isn't a movie or urban legend. This is a real-life haunting that shook the quiet town of Horicon, Wisconsin. And the scariest part? The family left everything behind and never looked back. This is the story of the Tallman family and the nightmare that followed them home. In 1987, Alan and Debbie Tallman thought they had found their perfect home. They had just moved in with their children, excited for a new beginning. Things were normal at first, but then they brought in a second-hand bunk bed. That's when everything began to change. It started small, knocking sounds in the night, doors creaking open, lights flickering on and off, the kind of things you brush off as just the wind or bad wiring. But soon, it became impossible to ignore. The children began to complain about shadowy figures. One night, Debbie heard her daughter scream and found her trembling in bed. "I saw a witch, Mommy," she whispered to me. "Come with me." Can you imagine hearing those words from your own child? But the red eyes were the worst. Alan saw them one night glowing in the dark near the back of the house. When he ran closer, they vanished, like they were never there. And then, the night came. Alan had just gotten home after a long shift. As he stepped inside, the garage door slammed shut behind him on its own. Before he could react, he heard it. "Get out!" A deep, menacing voice that echoed through the house. Alan's blood ran cold. That same night, the bunk bed started to move. The family heard strange voices whispering from the walls, voices that weren't theirs. They couldn't stay in that house a moment longer. They fled, leaving behind their furniture, their memories, and the cursed bunk bed. Every night felt darker than the last. Alan began dreading his late shifts at work, knowing he'd come home to something waiting. Once the bunk bed was gone, the nightmares stopped. But the Tallman family was never the same again. They refused to speak publicly about what happened, leaving us with only one question. What kind of evil was attached to that bunk bed? Some say it was just stress, others a genuine haunting. But whether you believe it or not, one thing's for sure. Pause. Would you ever dare to sleep in someone else's bed? If you found this story chilling, hit that like button and subscribe for more terrifying stories and interesting facts. And remember, some things are better left unknown.